Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of May 2nd to the 8th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general for your week, so just take what resonates. But as well, I want to thank you in advance for your love and support, your likes, comments, and of course, subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below. I'll definitely get that started for you. And of course, don't forget to stick with me till the very end of this video to get an answer to your own yes or no question. All right? So think of it along the way. Now, the song that Spirit chose to speak upon your week on shuffle, HandClap by Fitz and the Tantrums, HandClap. So I'll leave that down below as they're showing somebody clapping for you to utilize in one way, shape, or form, if I could say it. And let's begin. We're going to start by pulling an overall oracle or whatever we get from the Sacred Light Oracle deck. Okay? They're saying your light is shining. Your light is shining for Aries for this upcoming week. Okay, well-being. Being pushed to take care of oneself throughout the week. Talking about self-preservation, service to spirit, youthful experience. You could find that something feels very youthful. People not viewing you in a very youthful light, a very experienced, well-developed light, but just feeling as if people around you are most likely on a different level of maturity or experience level, feeling very out of place in certain ways, reminding you of a change you desire, feeling as if there's an underlying focus on a level of indecision within oneself. Even though you do desire change, right? Sort of trying to figure out what you want, I feel the need to say. Being pushed to think about certain ego-based decisions in order to prevent that sort of thought process and way of going about certain changes, developments, decisions in the near future, okay? Also being pushed to recognize that you do desire at least one, if not many, different lifestyle changes, okay? And all the meanwhile, potentially pushed to reflect upon other lifestyle changes from your past and how it's led to where you are, okay? How it's helped with your self-development on a soul level. But interestingly enough, they told me to turn that deck around, so because I was going to put it face with the card facing up, and so as I turned it down, as I struggle, the Golden Light Ray card flew out, okay, or flopped out rather. Talking about love and laughter, receiving and giving gifts and passionate projects. I really feel like as people are applauding you, clapping, right? They're saying or snaps, however you want to go about it, or it comes to be. You're glowing, okay? You're taking care of oneself and therefore beaming like a ray of light, showing off a little bit, right? People just feeling impressed by you, very much led by you in certain ways, or just, they're saying seeing that you have it going on or just know what you're doing, okay? You might find that people ask you a lot of questions throughout the week, how to do something, you know, maybe even just questions to catch up with you, being a little bit nosy. Be selective as to who you share what with, okay? All right, moving on forward, we're going to pull from the Mermaid Tarot deck. Yeah, I feel like there's a focus on what you lack and what you desire, feeling as if the motivation's there, but you're being pushed to think back to the past and what you lacked in comparison to where you're at now, how far you've come, and just why you can't stick with something forever. Interesting. Also, the benefits of a project, a business, something of the sort, could just be a job. But with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, things don't feel quite balanced in certain ways. So I put the cards at a diagonal, towards my left side. It feels like things are weighing heavy in one area of your life and very light in another. They're showing me a scale, or just like a, what is it, is it a seesaw? Is that what it's called? Like in a playground, where it just feels like it's top heavy on one side, all right? Or just heavy on one side and light on the other. Anyways, moving forward, well overworded. The Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords coming out talking about how you desire a new beginning, right? Being pushed to think about what needs to be released, right? Feeling a bit overly serious at certain points in the week, but then being pushed to just let loose, to laugh, to enjoy oneself. to try to have some youthful experiences, even if you're feeling very mature, serious, and just wanting to buckle down and achieve. They're now showing me the two faces here. I didn't even connect this before. The two different vibes about you throughout the week, right? Regardless of whether, for the majority of you, this is going to be your main way of being. But then, you know, you could find it's more split, you know, 50-50. But however it works for you, you're going to find that you definitely get that push to laugh, to release, to enjoy oneself, to feel young again in certain ways, right? Everybody deserves that from time to time. And it doesn't mean that you're just going to become less mature because of it all, right? It's coming up for a reason. But in the midst of all of which, again, you could have that slight feisty side within you you're trying to keep at bay. People irritating you, they're saying left and right, or just in certain ways. There's something to learn as to who and what's making you feel on edge or just irritated in certain ways. Again, I just feel like you don't fit in a situation, and that's a beautiful thing. You've outgrown, you are progressing very quickly in certain ways, and that's something to be proud of. You could even find that you're just desiring more money for a change, okay? Okay, that was purposeful. Take that energy however it fits in your situation, but I just feel as if they were just saying you just need to get it done, okay? Wow, your memory might not be your best, your strongest suit throughout the week, but the Chariot, all right? The times when you struggle throughout the week, also something to learn. Keep the motivation alive. You're gonna realize that you are more ready than you realize to go after something, but then all the meanwhile, there's other limitations or just restrictions holding you back. Don't let your mindset weigh you down, I feel the need to say, okay? The Lover's coming out. They're making it very hard for me to breathe at this point in your reading, and I feel like it's just a level of stress, overwhelmed kind of energy stemming from oneself or surrounding you, or both. Being pushed to reflect, to say the least. I mean, that's definitely come out in certain ways throughout this reading, but I feel like self-love, going back to the well-being card, definitely comes into play. Your reflection in certain ways will be prominent, okay? It feels like you are seeing your reflection in somebody else and it being very eye-opening as to how much you've changed and where else and what other ways you need to develop and change moving forward. Nobody's perfect, and that's also a vibe, a reminder at certain points, because it feels like you just want people to be more like you or just to be less annoying, okay? But this is the second five that came out in your reading, talking about how you do expect the worst to a certain extent, but feel as if you just, there's a lot of pushes to focus on what's not working, what's not ideal for you, so you can be more than mentally prepared for a non-ego decision moving forward, okay? Non-ego based decision as far as what needs to change, if I didn't say that already. But I feel like there's certain levels of celebration throughout the week. When you are gifted the opportunity to catch up with a friend or multiple, do it, okay? There's something to learn once again as far as development goes. But I mean, I just feel like you're very frustrated at certain points once again, and you're just needing to remember that you're viewed in a very high honored kind of light in a lot of ways. And whoever doesn't see that will see it at some point moving forward, or just doesn't have a place with you. As I feel as if you're viewed as somebody who will just plow through and conquer whatever they desire, whatever is needed within your situation. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it just feels like you're watering what you want to give birth to, right? Planning, getting ready to just give birth to something new, and regardless of what people think, okay? Listening, but not really taking people's advice, even their compliments to heart, okay? Realizing that gives people power, okay? Interesting. So power plays, or power levels of power definitely come into focus at certain points throughout the week. Very interesting reading. Very interesting week is what I'm hearing. But the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, talking about levels of fulfillment needed, desired, and therefore being pushed to again think about change. All right, people applauding you for your work, to say the very least. Applauding you for how much you've changed if you find yourself catching up with people from the past, or just even people viewing you on social media, seeing that you are somebody who's frustrated and not settling moving forward, but you've changed, you've grown, you've matured, and that's a beautiful thing. They're saying keep that up. As you need to think about your savings out of respect for a future goal you wish to fulfill and will, as long as it's destined for you individually. Wanting more control in a lot of ways, but feeling as if just you gotta go with the flow, right? That's your best route. As we have the number 44 here, things are falling into place and you're pushed to think about your level of comfort or lack thereof, which, and again, how to change things moving forward, right? Change is the name of the game, as it's come up time and time again throughout this reading. Being pushed to focus on a connection and love towards the end of the week, as I feel as if you're also pushed to recognize you're meeting somebody, if not this week, surrounding it, in regards to a new financial investment and or job, okay? And that connection is very important for your situation and how it progresses. You're going to find that this is a very confusing week, but you do clarify in one's mind as to what you truly desire and how to go about that, right? Feeling the indecision dissipate as the week trickles on, and that's key. So allow for oneself to keep taking care of yourself, going back to the well-being and the light, the golden light ray card, if I could say it, and allow for oneself to accept the applauding throughout the week as people see you in a very mature light once again, okay? So let's answer your question. Bear with me. For Aries. Alrighty, you're getting an answer of yes. You got a yes. So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Aries.